I got 1 Peter 5:10. But may the God of all grace. He didn't say some grace. He said all grace.
Oh, yes.
Who called us.
Chapter 5?
Yeah, 5 verse 10.
Okay.
So may the God of all grace. I circled all grace there. Who called us. So he's called us. So in John 6:44 it says, let me see, where's that is? 6:44. It says that no one can come to me unless the Father who sends me draws him. So it's God who's calling us to his eternal glory by Jesus Christ. So it says, so in John 44 it says, no one can come to me unless the Father who sends me draws him, as I will rise up at the last day. So that's, it's through Jesus by God. And then after you have suffered a while, and if that suffering a while is walking in our flesh, that dead in our trespasses and sin. So when we suffered a while, that was me before, doing what I was doing and suffering on my own, just walking away, just doing whatever I wanted to do, not because I didn't really know God. And I didn't walk away from him, but I didn't know him. And I knew God. I knew God, but I didn't know Jesus Christ. I didn't have that relationship. And then it says, perfect, established, strengthened. Here's that strengthened again, you guys, we talked about earlier. And settled you. And so if you go to Colossians 1:22, and that last part, I'm going to cap it off with verse 122. It says, in the body of his flesh through death. So after I have been suffering for a while, that now I'm dead because I'm in his body now, and his body is in mine, to present you holy and blameless and above reproach in his sight. That's perfect, established, strengthened, and settled you.
I like the way you started that, Brother Rudy. God, the God of all grace, not some grace, all grace.
All grace.
You know what all means in the Hebrew? All. Yeah.
Todo.
Yeah.
All grace.
It's funny.
No, and that's what we really gotta, that's why I said, how do we not serve a God and love a God and keep following a God that keeps giving us grace and mercy?
Mm-hmm.
It's and not want to understand our purpose and our destination here for him, that the creator of all has given us that, and then really try to understand what it's all about, instead of just trying to do it what we want and what my desires are, what my flesh wants, what I want. No, it's not I anymore. It's we. It's him and I. It's relationship. It's co-union. It's union. It's we become one. It's just like Ponzi said about why don't we keep that marriage covenant of oneness, what the Bible says. Now you become one flesh. Why do we try to divide ourselves as husband and wife and do our things on our own, or like, I love the way Ponzi said it, my success or your success. No, it's our success.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, it just made so much sense to me when you said that. I loved it. It just, that light bulb just came on. It just was like, wow. Yeah.
Yes, we see in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 10. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 10, we see, but by the grace of God I am what I am, and his grace which was bestowed upon me was not in vain. But I labor more abundantly than they all. Yet not I, but the grace of God which was with me. Therefore, whether it were I or they, so we preach, and so ye believe. See, the grace of God which was with me,
Woo!
because of everything is God's grace.
Yeah, love it.